It is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. This is another WBC edition of Baseball Today. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan along for the ride as well. Well, do you have your calculus in hand as we sit here trying to do the run ratio per inning stuff? Is this really what it's come down to?
It's not that hard.
I know it's not. I know it's not, but the fact that
we're gonna get into this about like calculations and stuff.
It's insane. Yeah, we didn't think we'd be talking about this, but here we are, based on what happened last night in Houston.
1-2 pitch. Judge swings and misses, and Italy has pulled off a stunner. The biggest win in Italian baseball history. They shocked the United States 8-6.
How do you describe what we witnessed tonight?
Spectacular, fantastic, incredible. I'm not surprised though.
It's super tough. I mean, guys in there are frustrated. It is what it is, though. I mean, we got to own it, right? Like, went out there today, and like I said, we had right guys at the plate at the right time. Just couldn't push it across at the end. But I got to credit Italy, man. They tacked on runs. It was 3-0. Then Caglione goes deep. PCA kept us in the game. 2 big swings of the bat. Bullpen came in, did their job on the back end. Bednar was great. Mason Miller was explosive. So, yeah, it's tough.
How shocked are you?
Okay, I mean, before we get into everything else that we're going to talk about, just the fact that Team USA lost to Team Italy, I am shocked. And I know that's a bunch of big leaguers over there, and you have to understand the game of baseball, this can happen. But I'm definitely shocked. This was not on my radar because the final score was a lot closer than the actual game was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were getting blown out. They were getting blown out, man. So you do have to give Team Italy credit, especially the bottom half of the order, hitting bombs. I can't talk enough about their defense because when you get into a hole like Team USA was in, all you need a crack in the door. You need something to happen, and they just didn't let that happen. Marcy's catch out there in left center field, the play of the infield, Vinny P picking everything thrown his way. They just weren't letting the USA in. Now PCA, a couple nice swings made it a lot closer, which by the way, like thank goodness he had those swings. But yeah, like if you're asking me am I shocked that Team USA lost to Team Italy? Yes, I'm shocked. And I don't even care about the lineup. I know we're gonna get into that. Any of those guys on that roster, you should be beating Team Italy. Again, massive respect to the Italian dudes because I know they're big leaguers, but this is supposed to be the best of the best.
Michael Lorenzen was great. Nearly pitched 5 shutout innings, 4 2/3. Said he wanted the ball, didn't care if they kicked his brains in or not. He wanted the challenge, and he was great. He was phenomenal. Let's make this very, very clear. This is not the dream team, okay? It is a very, very good baseball team. And there aren't a whole lot of guys that you would pick over the dudes that we have. But the dream team, for people that were not around in 1992, was like the best 11 basketball players on the planet. You could have gone anywhere in the world and said, find me the best 11 players, and we have to take a college kid, and we're going to take Christian Laettner over Shaquille O'Neal. Sidebar for that discussion later. But you could handpick the best 11 players on the planet. Team USA is not the best players on the planet. They're playing for Japan. They're playing for the DR. They're playing for Venezuela. So stop calling it the dream team. It's a lazy narrative.
I called it the dream team, Chris. So now you're coming at me a little bit.
But it's true.
I understand the difference. Can I call it the Top Gun of USA players? I don't. It is the dream team of USA baseball.
To some degree, I'll agree with 75% of it because of where we are in the season, the pitching rules, the fact that Max Fried and Garrett Crochet I think they're pretty good. Are they better than Matthew Boyd and Ryan Yarbrough? Yeah, they are. They're better. And so this is not the best that we could ever field. But all I'm saying, yes, should they have beaten Italy? 9 times out of 10, they will. Maybe even 19 out of 20. Maybe even 49 out of 50. But here's the one that happened and it happened when it mattered most. Sorry,
It's-
that's why I can't call it the dream team.
It's a tough pill to swallow, man. Hey, there wasn't any good European basketball players at that time?
There were, but not that cracked the top 11 in the
fine.
world.
All right, they're not the freaking dream team. Sure, but you
that's
get
all
the
I'm
sentiment
saying.
of why people say that.
By the way, we've thrown up the tiebreaker scenario. The easiest thing is that Italy beats Mexico on Wednesday night. That's the easiest way for the USA to advance. The other thing you're rooting for is you want Italy to put a 5 spot up in its first at bat. Why? It would give Italy a 5-run lead, but then it also means that Mexico's got to score 6, and so then that should put USA in there as well if they're going to end up winning. If Mexico's going to,
we just can't have a low-scoring game that Mexico wins.
That's it.
Guess what?
Huh.
That happens all the time.
It does.
The percentages of the U.S. moving on or not, I don't know. I'm terrible at those. But it's a pretty hefty percentage that do not move on.
Well, if you believe that Mexico's going to win, then right.
Mexico's a damn good team.
Very good. We found that out the other day. Now let's get to all the interesting stuff. Where do you want to go with the DeRosa stuff? Where do you want to start? I'll let you choose first. Do you want to talk about the lineup construction? Do you want to talk about the fact that guys were partying in the clubhouse till 1 a.m. the night before? Do you want to talk about Mark DeRosa's comments on a hot stove first? Which one do you want to talk about?
I think the hot stove comments, we're going to touch all of this, and I want to make this abundantly clear,
Well, we're
especially
gonna hear
to our
it first.
social team.
Yes.
I like Mark DeRosa. I think he's great on MLB Network. I don't think this should affect anything that goes on with the stuff he does on MLB Network. He made a mistake. Let's talk about that mistake.
Okay. So first of all, the people, for like the two of you that have been under a rock or couldn't get to the clip before it was pulled down by MLB.com, here's what DeRosa said Tuesday morning with Matt Vasgersian and Harold Reynolds on Hot Stove, and then after the loss to Italy.
It's weird. We want to win. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow.
Yeah, I misspoke. I was on Hot Stove with a couple buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy and then running all the numbers with if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs.
How embarrassing is it?
It's bad. For a couple different reasons. Obviously, like, you got to know, like, if you've played in international tournaments before, which, by the way, Mark DeRosa he's managed a team before and he's played in it. Like, if you've played in these international competitions and there's pool play, you know that run differential matters. You know that it's more to it than wins and losses. Like, you just have to know that. So it's really not like running all the numbers doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you just know you got to score as many runs as possible and give up as least as possible, all while trying to win the game. Like, you can't just, like, we saw that wasn't that the reason that Mexico and Canada brawled at that one point, because Mexico squared to bunt, but like, they were playing the game, the international game. That's what you're supposed to do. So like, to me, that like they thought the advance is it's insane. Like, you can't do that. And it really seemed like he didn't find it out until maybe after the game.
No, this is where
I'll tell you why.
I don't think so.
How do you not run for Paul Goldschmidt then? If you know that runs are crucial and you're getting your butt kicked at that time by Team Italy, and you know runs are at a premium, and then you get a double and you can't score from first, you got Byron Buxton sitting there. You got other guys that can go in. He wasn't managing like runs mattered. So how can you tell me he knew?
It's a horrible look. It's horrific, to be honest with you. First of all, everybody knows my affinity for MLB Network. Okay, I consider Mark a friend. Matt Vasgersian's a friend. Harold Reynolds is a friend. I worked there for a decade. So if you think otherwise, if you think like I left on bad terms, it's not true. I had nothing but great things to say about it. It's a horrific look for what I think is the best league-run network, and I work for one too. Still, MLB Network does a great job, but the fact that Mark spoke that way and that nobody corrected him is horrible. The fact that they pulled the clip down from the web, folks, it's not going to disappear.
Yeah,
We
they
can't
don't know how
do
the
that.
internet works.
And by the way, if I'm Mark DeRosa, I actually go back to MLB.com and say, put that back up. Put it back up. I screwed it up. He said afterward, I own that. Mark is very good at that. When he makes mistakes, he puts his hand up. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have enough hands to put up today because of the number of mistakes that were made. It's horrific that he went on air thinking that, because if you are the manager, you can't have it both ways. You can't want to be the manager, dip into this every few years, and then not know everything that comes along with it. And for people that are saying, well, look, we have Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich and all these great guys coaching our team, our international basketball team. Why can't we get somebody to do that in baseball? Folks, it's the middle of March. We are 2 weeks from opening day. Who would you like to pluck right now from the world? Do you want to go get Joe Madden? Go listen to the 2016 Cubs fans who are bitching about all the moves he made in the freaking World Series, and somehow you won a World Series despite of him. So who are you going to have manage it? 88-year-old Joe Torre? You want to bring back Jim Leland for another run? You're limited on who you can bring in to manage this team. But if you are going to bring in somebody who is tied to the game that Mark DeRosa is, the way that Mark DeRosa is, you got to make sure you're buttoned up. And I think D-Ro got a little loose as well yesterday before the game, Trevor, where he talked about, hey, we were hanging out in the clubhouse the night before and having fun. That is perfectly fine. You know this as well as I do. Teams for decades did that. Only really since COVID have guys kind of shut it down, and since the advent of the iPhone. Guys used to hang out all the time and stay till 1 or 2 in the morning and then play a night game, just like Team USA did. But what you do is when you talk about it, you open yourself up to saying guys weren't ready for the game. And to me, that's an error.
I'd have a couple things on that because I do have some feelings on it. I think that you're well within your rights to hang out and talk shop. When you got this collection of players, I think you kind of have to do that. And like this wasn't a day game. Like, you had plenty of time to recover. A couple pops is not going to do anything, guys. I do have a problem if it was like a pseudo celebration for punching your ticket and you're all just sitting there oblivious to the fact that you didn't do it. That's one problem. And the second problem is, and it feels this way right now, and maybe I'm off here, but this is the sense I'm getting. And I told Jimmy and Jake this. I've dealt with this. You're not a player anymore. And it's hard sometimes to remember that. Like, I'll go on these road trips with the Twins broadcasting, and like I'll want to hang out with the guys. And like, I'm just not a player anymore, dude. So like, you have to get over that. And I feel like that's how like this whole thing is being treated. It's just like a bunch of buddies out there. But like, this means a lot to people. This means a lot to people. This is a serious tournament. So like, this isn't like the All-Star game. Like, no one cares about the All-Star game. Like, okay, like especially like wins and losses. I hate to put that out there. Okay, how about this? People care a lot less about the All-Star game. This means something. Like, this has to be taken seriously. And if it's just like, hey, we're around the boys doing all this, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's something about that rubs me the wrong way.
I can see that.
And
that's what I'm saying.
I feel like I would like be doing what DeRosa's doing, but I'm not the manager of Team USA.
Would I make it on your coaching staff?
Yeah, like
could I be video coordinator or something?
I don't know, man. It's such a weird situation. It's hard to like. I think I do want to be. I am upset about it because again, like I do care about this tournament. I do care about like Team USA being well represented in baseball, in international competition. Like, we need to be the best, and we're not always the best. But if that's fine if you get beat because some other team was better than you. You can't be getting beat because you're not taking it serious or you don't know the rules.
I guarantee you the rest of the baseball international world is laughing at us today. They're laughing that we have to watch Mexico versus Italy and watch run differential rate. They are laughing at that. They're laughing at the fact that, our MVP-ish catcher wasn't dapping up another player on another team and has to have a press conference about it. They're laughing that our guys were partying in the clubhouse, perhaps thinking that they had advanced. I don't think that. I do think that somebody got to them before. Well, okay, I'll take it back. Maybe they thought they did Monday night, but I can't guarantee it that before first pitch on Tuesday, because
What makes you think that they knew?
That somebody had to have gotten to them.
Yeah, you're assuming, and me too. I agree. You got a bunch of bench coaches there.
I am assuming.
But, like, he didn't manage that way.
But
he didn't manage that. Like, I don't care about the lineup, Chris. I don't care about the lineup.
I don't either.
This is Team USA, a bunch of dogs out there. Now, Jimmy will tell you, well, Paul Goldschmidt can't hit righties. He was very bad against righties last year, so you probably wanted the Harper in there. But, like, I don't care about the lineup. You should be able to get the job done. But putting out fires earlier in the game with some of your guys in the bullpen, like bringing them in those spots, not waiting to the end of the game, like that's not managing like run differential counts. The glaring one to me was not pinch running for Paul Goldschmidt.
That's a bad one. There's no question. All this stuff, the problem is we're guessing what the reality was. What did Team USA know after beating Mexico? Did they think they had punched their ticket? Did Mark DeRosa know before first pitch? We can speculate because nobody asked him the follow-up question, which was so obvious. After you said that on Hot Stuff, when did you realize it? That's such an easy question to ask, and nobody asked it because then he could have put a period. Instead, we're all guessing, well, he obviously didn't know. He didn't know because he didn't pinch run for Goldschmidt. He didn't know because he used Yarbrough too long. He didn't, right? So we're sitting here, and speculation is the thing that's going to kill Mark DeRosa's international managing career to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, the only way he saves is if they move on and they win the whole damn thing.
That's the only way.
But, like, even then, I think there is going to be discussion about
Totally. And I think, because didn't you say that Skip Schumacher is listed as the bench coach?
He's not the bench coach. He was listed as the bench coach before the Rangers job.
Exactly.
But there's still guys in there that, like, you know, it's Michael. There's assistant managers and bench coach. It's Michael Young.
Who's never had a coaching job in his life.
Agreed. It's a lot of guys who haven't really had coaching jobs.
Casey has as a hitting coach, as a fill-in hitting coach for the Yankees.
For the Yankees, yeah.
Andy Pettit, no. David
Well,
Ross, yes, but
he's out in the bullpen.
He's out in the bullpen.
But he still should be able to be like, hey, like, you know, this is like run differential, right?
Maybe the phone wasn't working.
That's the biggest thing to me is I truly, Chris, like the evidence points to them not knowing until after the game.
But that's the problem, is that they have left the door open for speculation. If I were D-Row, I would have volunteered the information if I had known, if I had found out before the game that I was wrong in my hot stove interview.
And this sucks for D-Row because he's so good for the game on MLB Network. Like he's a great everything. He's a great ambassador for our sport. He truly is, man.
And he loves it. He
loves it, and he is passionate about it. He screwed up.
Would this give you, because he was being talked to about managerial jobs. I can tell you this, when I was, isn't anything in confidence. People knew that he had interviewed for jobs. Would this give you pause if you were an organization and wanted to talk to him about managing?
No, I'd still interview him.
I'd
still interview him. I don't think this like completely ruins everything for him. Like maybe this Team USA job, but he messed up. And again, like I put this on the coaches around him almost as much as I do on him. Like that's the job of assistant coaches, bench coaches, is to give the information. D-Row's job is to be around the media and get players to play, which he did a good job of doing that recruiting. It's truly is. If you're around a big league team, you know, it's like the auxiliary coach's job to give information to the manager and the manager to digest it and to make decisions. That is how this plays out. The guys on the bench didn't do it. So we're flaming Mark DeRosa right now, man. And I hate every second of this. I'm not that guy. You know that, man. I like to be positive about people. We're flaming this guy.
Well,
but what about the rest of the guys on the bench? Like they need to take accountability. And if I'm then, like, they all got to be like, hey, hands up. We messed this up, man. Like, don't be on our guy DeRosa so much. Like, this is all of us on the coaching staff.
Right. Well, Mark did come out earlier in this tournament and talk about how he hired some of his best friends in the world. And I think maybe this is something we can all learn from. When you are in a position of power, that you don't always want your best friends around you. Like, I don't know if that always works. Sometimes it does. I mean, it's worked out pretty well for LeBron James, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes you need somebody who's going to look you in the eye and be like, I don't think you're doing that right.
That's like, me and you, we're best friends, but we're also, I'm your young mentor and you're my old mentor.
Yeah, but we both would tell each other when we're wrong.
Oh, yeah, we do all
and
the time.
I'm not saying that Brian McCann can't step in and be like, D-Ro, don't F this up. Like, you're screwing up. But if it's a bunch of boys that are getting together at 45 or 50 years old and throwing back suds with the boys after we top Mexico, like, somebody's got to step in and say, hey, this ain't spring break. This might be
needs to
spring
be
break
an adult
time.
in the room. I agree, dude. I mean, look at this. Is like if Tony Vitello went to the Giants and just hired all his boys, he'd be like, no, what is he doing? Like, but no, he went and hired like adults in the room, essentially.
Right. And there is one proven major league guy, Dino Ebel, who is one of the best third base coaches in baseball, is there.
Bad send on Dino Ebel in the Mexico game.
Horrible send, but we can agree that even the best sometimes screw up, right?
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this is Dino's first WBC?
I think he was there in 23.
I think so, too. I mean, I again, people are going to be, they're all over DeRosa, but this is an entire organizational failure. This isn't just D-Ro.
I know. I look, there's a lot to comment on here. And I think the easy thing is to just say, D-Ro, D-Ro, D-Ro. At the end of the day, guys got to play better too. You know, like, there's no way if you're on Team USA, you're looking at, granted, everybody that came out of the bullpen for Team Italy has got major league jobs, I believe, or at least fighting for them. Like, they've got legit players. We know that.
USA has not played good baseball. They haven't, dude.
No.
Like, you can look at some of the end scores. You know who the guys they've scored runs on? It's like guys like the back end of Great Britain's bullpen.
I know.
They couldn't score on a high school senior. So, like, you got to look yourself in the eye a little bit and say, what are we doing here, guys? We got to get it going. I mean, that is the truth, Chris. I said it. Like, doesn't matter who's in this freaking lineup. Judge had a chance. Bryce Harper had a chance. They just didn't get the job done. They didn't. So, yeah, like, again, we're flaming D-Ro, but coaches need to be accountable as well. The team surely needs to be accountable because right now we're sitting here, as it is, Chris, with we do not control our own destiny. In pool play of the WBC, that's a wild statement.
By the way, did you see that they moved the Mexico-Italy game from Tubi to FS1?
Thank you. Great.
And they put the Dominican Venezuelan game on Tubi.
What?
Yeah, that's what they did. They shifted it.
That game should be on Fox.
I believe that's what they did. Is that if I read it right, they shifted it.
Put that game on freaking Fox. That is going to be insane. I mean, no offense to Tubi, but like if we're jockeying for like position and views, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
The CEO of Tubi is trying to put a down payment on a house in Cabo right now based on what's happening with the WBC schedule.
He loves it.
Or she. I don't know.
He or she loves it.
Yeah. Lot to get to in the comments. Let us know where you are. You can flame whomever you want to flame. We are all looking for people to just roast right now. And there's no shortage of people that you could choose. I want to finish it with this. There were some hilarious tweets out there, I thought, about this stuff. This one, I want to give a shout out to Aaron Cunningham. He said, if the WBC was travel ball, Team USA is about to miss bracket play. Bryce Harper's dad and Alex Bregman's dads are in the parking lot forming a new team since their kids are on the bench tonight. That's hilarious. For anybody that's involved in travel ball, that is an A+ tweet. That's some funny.
It's just, I got one real hypothetical for you. I've actually done this now a couple of times, but I just think it's so good. And there's a lot of truth here. did last night secure that Roman Anthony is on Team Italy for the next WBC.
Oh, come on. Well, he's
You
going
don't
to change
think
his allegiance
I
now?
would bet so much money on that.
If this was
So
real
much.
travel ball, they'd pick him up for the quarterfinal round.
You don't think Vinny P and Jack Caglione are like, hey, buddy,
Hey.
your heritage. Look, your name is Roman.
By the way,
Get over here.
he might be in uniform today against Team Mexico. If you see a big guy whose name is Schmoman D'Anthony, don't be surprised.
I am guaranteeing that he is on Team Italy in the next WBC.
Oh, gosh. All right. Fire away. Let us know where we're right. Let us know where we're wrong. I feel like when Colin was right. That's what it feels like a little bit. That's a great segment that he does. Man, oh, man. Also, finally, is USA getting in or not? Like,
dude, I honestly, like, I don't know.
So here we go. Here we go, Italy.
We need Italy to win. Yeah, that's just it. Just win.
Or I need you guys to score a hell lot of runs. I'm very confused on what I'm rooting for. Let's go. I know. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for putting up the tiebreaker scenario. So, look, as I said, if Italy scores 5 runs in the first, Team USA, I think, is feeling great about itself. But if it's 3-2 in the 7th, we're all going to be sitting there going, God dang it, how the hell did this happen? I got to tell you, the Mexico hat and colors are phenomenal.
It's a lot.
I love the colors.
On the screen right now, we kind of match a little bit.
We do.
Kind of pops.
I think I'll go back to this hat, though. I got to give them a little love. All right. A lot to get to, everybody. A lot to get to. Today's episode of Baseball Today, it's sponsored by Amazon. When life throws you a curveball, Amazon's everyday low prices on essentials helps you save the day. Amazon has everything you need whenever you need it, from planned purchases to unexpected moments. They got everything in one place, saving you time and money so you can focus on what matters most. I told you the story about my 16-day road trip recently. My heart gummies, gone. Called Michelle, said I was ordering them on Amazon. They're being delivered to the house. Can you bring them to Indianapolis? No problem. Then I noticed midway through my trip, my hair gel was done. She had already left, had it ordered right to the hotel. Voila. They take care of you. And, of course, what matters most is having as much time as possible each and every week to catch all of your sporting events, including the upcoming MLB teams in action. So from tech to clothing to daily needs, anything else you need to prepare for the start of the baseball season, Amazon has everything you need all in one convenient place. It can deliver right to you anytime, anywhere, even if you're on a road trip in Indianapolis. So whether it's routine shopping or handling life's curveballs, shop Amazon, save on the essentials, save every day. All right, I thought this was maybe going to be the top story of the day before Tuesday night's game. Cal and Randy. We can finally put a period on this because Cal Raleigh talked about it. Just as a quick refresher course, Monday night, Randy goes up. Hey, what's up? No dap. No dap. Arozarena was asked about it post-game. Blasted Cal Raleigh. Was it tongue-in-cheek? It was a different language, so it was kind of hard to tell. Cal Raleigh did address the media about what happened.
I mean, I love Randy. I do. I hate that this is a thing. There's no beef. When we get back to Seattle, he's my brother. We're family. I already reached out to him, so, it's just a competitive environment. And, I know he would want the same for me when we're on the team in playoff baseball. And, I just have a responsibility for my teammates here right now and my country, and emotions are running high. So, but like I said, I love Randy. He's awesome. He's been great for our team. And like I said, we talked, and this isn't a big deal at all.
Is it a big deal or not?
I don't think it is, Chris. I do think Randy was genuinely upset in the moment. But listening to Cal talk about it, and I know that, Dan Wilson reached out. I'm sure the beef is squashed. It was just a quick moment in time that, like, just a weird situation. I mean, Randy's obviously a very like boisterous guy, and that's like not uncommon to go like, hey, what's up, dog? How you doing? Like, I think Cal, like, he should have just given him the glove real quick. That's what I think. But I do think there was like legitimate beef, regardless of what like people saying he was sarcastic. Like, I just don't think there's no way. Like, it was too much. It wasn't just like a little, it wasn't just like a tongue-in-cheek comment. Like, he went out of his way to really like hype it up. So I think like it affects anything going into the season or for the Mariners or anything like that? Absolutely not. I do not at all. Like, Cal, you can tell Cal's like, man, I can't believe it turned into this. Like, he did not mean it for that to happen. He was saying, yeah, like, number one, they probably thought this was a clinching game for Team USA. With all the information we have, he probably thought they were clinching it if they had a win against Mexico. So yeah, I think going forward, it's nothing. I do think though that Randy wasn't happy about it at all, but they squashed it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go back to Arizona when they get back there and become Mariners teammates again. I hope that Cal reminded him again early Wednesday morning, I didn't mean anything about it. Now hit an 8-run homer so I can relax.
Yeah, I think they hug it out and it's all good. I don't think it's a big story because I mean Cal should have dapped them up just with a glove, maybe, or like Randy should have went in front of all the reporters and said that. Like, they both kind of were wrong in this situation, and it did turn into something because it's the internet age. And, but again, I don't think either of them. Randy was running a little hot, and I don't think Cal thought it would blow up the way it did.
So Yadier Molina, who of course might be a Hall of Fame catcher one day, and is currently the manager of Puerto Rico.
Is he like not in what?
Well, I think he is, but I think that there's going to be a discussion.
That's insane.
I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I do. But I can't definitively say because I don't know how people are going to vote.
Okay.
Who could be a Hall of Fame catcher and is currently the manager of Puerto Rico, was asked about it. He was like, I always dap people up. If they want to say hi, they say hi. Unless your name's Brandon Phillips, in which case, then we have some issues.
Well, I think most guys would dap up.
Did you ever have a guy who didn't respond, like if you hit his shin guards or said?
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't?
I'm not a shin guard hitter, dude.
There are guys who do that, right?
Yeah, I think. See, I don't think catchers like that.
I don't either. I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I'm not about that. You just say, "What's up, man?"
Here's the Dan Wilson quote. I'll read it for audio only. These guys are incredible athletes because of their competitiveness, and that's where they're at, and that's why they've gotten to the level that they've gotten. But I also know our team loves each other deeply, and that's one of the key ingredients we'll have in that clubhouse is how much they love each other. So I don't anticipate this being a bit of an issue. I agree.
Yeah. I would go with the guys and just say, hey, what's up, man? Good luck today, or something like that. A lot of times this was a line that I went to a lot. If I thought a catcher tried to like steal a strike, I would go back to the umpire and I'd say, hey, like, I know this guy's good behind here, but don't let him be stealing strikes on me, all right? And, give him a little compliment there, a little banter. But yeah, the shin guards, I'm out on that.
Were there guys who talked to you all the time?
Yeah, I hated that.
Oh.
You know who talked a lot? Chris Jimenez. Stop talking so much behind the plate, bro.
Really?
And gosh, there's another guy. Why am I blanking on his name right now? He caught for the White Sox for a while.
Chris Jimenez.
Big dude. Huh?
It's Jimenez, but yeah.
Jimenez, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. He does Guardians.
I know he does it for the Guardians. He's great at it. He was a twin, Chris. He wore number 24.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Who's the big guy for the White Sox for a little bit? Catcher, bald guy. Blanking.
I'm blanking.
Big dude.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find that out. But anyways, he talked too much too.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go back and find it.
You would lose focus? Is that what you were saying? You would lose focus?
No, I think a couple times I was like, hey, will you shut up back there?
Did you say that?
Probably, but in jest.
In jest. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm dying to know who it is now.
I'm gonna get it up.
I'm dying to know.
I got it right. No, that's not him. No, that's not him. What year is this?
Oh my God.
Yeah, here we go.
Got it?
Tyler Flowers.
Tyler Flowers.
Shut up, Tyler Flowers.
Do you think of him more as a White Sox or a Brave? And he was big.
Yeah, he's a great. Like I like him as a person, like great guy. But if I'm remembering the talkers, it was those two guys.
Yeah, I don't think Mariners fans have anything to worry about. But guess what? They get off to a slow start after 3 or 4 weeks. People are gonna be like, see, not all is harmonious. And let's remember, Randy had some issues down in Tampa with a teammate, Yandy Diaz. Maybe.
I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have said what he said.
Yeah, it just didn't come off great.
It was too much. Sal Perez, you talk too much too, bro. Your hermano. Too much hablar back there, buddy.
I love Sal. Love him. You kidding me?
He'd always be like, I'm going to throw you out today. I'm like, I'm not going to steal. So...
All right, today's episode sponsored by Best Western Hotels and Resorts. Life's a trip. Why not make the most of it? With over 4,000 hotels worldwide, Best Western's there for every detour and destination and unexpected twist and turn along the way. You know, great stay isn't just about where you sleep. It's about where the journey takes you next. And when you stay 3 nights at Best Western, you're going to receive a $50 gift card to use for your next stay. Best Western simply gets it. Traveling, not one size fits all. So whether you're looking for the next great adventure, time to unwind, making memories with friends and family, Best Western helps you achieve your travel goals. Doesn't matter if you're flying solo, with your friends, or with the entire roster, Best Western has got you covered. All you got to do, pack your bag, queue up the playlist, book more of what matters most. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at bestwestern.com. All right. Reason I'm wearing a Reds cap. For all my Reds fans out there, we talked about it last week, and now it's come to fruition. Hunter Greene is out until July at best. Reds ace scheduled to have surgery today to clean up some loose bodies in his pitching elbow. This, of course, dates back to last season when Greene pitched through discomfort down the stretch because he wanted to help the Reds make the playoffs, which they did. Now that we have a timeline, how big a deal is this for the Reds?
Number one, I thought that was a Team Canada hat. That's my bad. So not a Team Canada hat. How big of a deal? It's a big deal. There you go. It's a big deal. I do think that this team is fit to withstand some starting pitching injuries. Like they have good depth in that department. You know, they're going to be some young guys that are going to have to step up, a Chase Burns, a Rhett Lauder, all those guys. But they do have pitching depth. My question to all this is, if we knew there were loose bodies in there, and he was pitching through discomfort last year, like loose bodies don't just go away. So how can you assume the discomfort's going to go away? And why wasn't this done as soon as the Reds were eliminated in the playoffs?
These are all excellent questions. Apparently, he talked to Elatrosh at the end of the year, who suggested a shot, which I believe subsided the pain, but obviously didn't clean things up.
But the shot will take the pain out with the inflammation, whatever it is, but the loose bodies aren't going anywhere.
Listen, dude.
They don't dissolve loose bodies.
Did you see the quotes from Terry Francona yesterday?
I didn't.
Francona said what happened, he, meaning Hunter Greene, never directly told me he was hurting. He said he mentioned it to the pitching coach, but our medical staff would never have put him in harm's way if they knew So to me, it sounds like there's a communication issue between pitcher, team, medical staff. Yeah, if I'm a Reds fan, I'm furious. I want to know why this wasn't done in October.
If he told the pitching coach, that's all he needs to do. How many people does he have to go to?
Well, then that's what I'm saying, is that there's a communication breakdown.
Yeah, like I don't think this is on Hunter Greene. If he was pitching through discomfort and expressed that to the pitching coach,
that should be enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the chain of command here, man. Like I don't know. The
other thing, well, I want to get to this aspect of the Hunter Greene deal, because it's going to be the 4th straight year now that he's going to end up on the injured list, right? 4th or 5th. He's going to be on it every year since he's been a big leaguer. Now, there were a couple of articles, one written by Mark Sheldon, who covers the Reds for MLB.com. It was a rather unflattering opinion piece on Greene. This was last July. He said, Greene, who entered 2025 as the team's ace, has slow-rolled his way back from a grade 1 right groin strain. For a guy with a long-term contract who says he wants to be a leader, Greene needs to start showing it and get back on the field. Well, he was asked about his availability or lack thereof in an interview with a local affiliate in Cincinnati, Fox 19. This was a month ago.
Everyone's got opinions, but my issue was defamation of character. I didn't like that. I don't like false narratives, and I don't like you guys can cut that out if you want, but people that know me and that have been around me, they know my character. And there was a comment and some things that went out that I've always taken the high road. I've always tried to be professional, but there's a line that's crossed, and if it was a different environment, trust me, it'd be handled a lot differently than it's been handled so far. But I got to be professional. A lot of eyes are on me. But my biggest issue was defamation of character, so that had to be addressed.
Okay, so do you think that Hunter Greene has anything to prove to this organization?
No. So the guy wrote the article said this is the guy's opinion. He's slow rolling a grade 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out on that guy. Who is it?
His name's Mark Sheldon for MLB.com.
Mark Sheldon, you gotta relax a little bit. You have no idea. It's not your body, okay? Like that's insane to insinuate that this guy's healthy and just not pitching. That's just that. To be honest with you, that is a little bit of defamation of character. Saying like he's slow rolling, doesn't want to be out there. What are you talking about? I'd be absolutely furious if I was Hunter Greene with that.
So I think there's a couple of different issues that's going on here. What can he do about loose bodies? I mean, if you throw a baseball 100 miles an hour and with that kind of torque on your arm consistently, you're going to have arm issues, right? He had it right after he got drafted out of Notre Dame. That's a high school here in Sherman Oaks, California, where he was the second pick. So he immediately had Tommy John surgery, and he has battled a variety of different things, whether it has been arm issues, which he has landed on the injured list before, or a groin strain, which took him away for 2.5 months, I believe. But he's got to battle a perception that he's injury prone. The loose bodies thing, I don't know what the hell you can do with that. The rest of it is facts are facts. He's thrown at least 25 starts in a season one time in his career. And we talked about this, that you can't be mentioned with the greats in the game if you pitch 70% of the time. That's just not good enough. And he knows that. Do you think that the Reds organization is frustrated? Maybe with Hunter is not the right terminology, but with the situation?
I mean, do they want this guy on the field taking the ball every 5 days? Absolutely. But look at what they have him on such a team-friendly contract. I'm sorry, dude. Like, you can't be that frustrated. I'm talking about like starts per dollar. I'm sure he's still a value with what they have him on and what he's been able to do. So yeah, are they frustrated he hasn't been able to put up 35 starts a year? Sure, but plenty of it's at this point where we're at in baseball and what these pitchers are doing. Like, look at what the Dodgers know. People are going to be injured. It's just part of the game now, man. It's like almost an accepted thing, which that's a whole different story. And it's kind of crazy that we gotten to this point, but like people are going to be injured. Pitchers, especially guys that throw as hard as him, are going to be injured. So I don't know, man. How you can't be upset with him. You could want more, but like you can't be blaming him for injuries. Injuries are like, you think guys want to be injured? That's insane.
No, nobody picks to be injured. Now, you probably have been around some guys who have slow plate injuries to some degree. I've talked to guys who feel like, man, why isn't that guy back? I've talked to him. And it's an uncomfortable situation because you are questioning somebody's character at that point.
I don't know, man. I'd have to really go back into memory and think about that. I was pretty focused. I mean, I'll tell you this much. I didn't slow roll anything. I tried to get back as fast as possible, and that was stupid. I hurt myself more doing that.
Mhm.
I tell guys all the time now, my advice to players now is make sure you are good, because it does nobody any good for you to shave off a week of your rehab, go back out there and re-hurt yourself, and now you're out for another month. Like, that doesn't do anybody any good. So that's crazy that it got put out there. I just read the article. He slow rolled his way back from a grade 1 right groin strain since going on the injured list. Despite a clean MRI exam on July 7th, Greene reported symptoms and canceled a rehab assignment. So if he reported symptoms, that means it wasn't feeling good. I don't know, man.
It's interesting because in the other world in which I live, in the NFL, guys they want you to be healthy, but they want you to be out there. Like, teammates
They do a lot of different stuff in the NFL.
Yes, they do.
To deal with injuries.
Yes, they do. And I'm just telling you the different mentalities a little bit.
Yeah, but there's 18 games, so like you better be ready on Sunday.
17.
17?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There will be
an 18th game.
There will. Are you an owner now of a team?
No, okay. It used to be 16. I don't know.
Now it's 17, but it will be 18. Don't worry, they're getting there. They're getting there.
Yeah, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
You want to, look at, I don't know. I'm not going to roast the NBA right now, but you probably could.
To put a period on the Hunter Greene stuff, Andrew Abbott obviously is going to be the opening day pitcher. Nick Lodolo, he's really the key here. If he can stay healthy, they're in good shape. Brady Singer will give you innings. And then it's Chase Burns, Rhett Lauder, Brandon Williamson competing for the final 2 spots in the Reds rotation. I still think they'll be fine. I still think they'll be very much in this thing. And hopefully when they get Hunter Greene in July, you'll hear this cliche, well, it's like making a trade. So I'm putting my mark on that one in March. There you go. Today's episode sponsored by MLB The Show. MLB The Show 2026 almost here, and the World Baseball Classic is back, whether Team USA advances or not. So take on real-life World Baseball Classic teams from all over the world with your Diamond Dynasty squad in the online model. Step up to the plate in brand-new World Baseball Classic ballparks, including the Tokyo Dome, and also the place in Puerto Rico, which was jumping during Pool A. Additional 2026 game features including Road to the Show, Road to Cooperstown, where you can build your legacy from the start of high school all the way up to the Hall of Fame in career mode. Also, the Negro Leagues mode returns for Season 4 with all new legends, uniforms, and stadiums. There's new legends that were just announced, including Albert Pujols, King Felix, Dustin Pedroia, Andrew Jones, and more. You can pre-order now. It's available March 17th. That's next week on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and Nintendo Switch. It is rated E for everyone.
Did I make it? Am I a legend on there? No.
I'll have to check. I haven't pre-ordered, so maybe I got to go do that.
My own mind.
Jesus Luzardo. He ain't going anywhere. Except maybe on a big fat vacation that he's going to pay for. 5-year, $135 million extension for the lefty who was going to be in his walk year.
I like the city of Philadelphia. I liked, living out there and the fans, the stadium. I think, the energy going to the ballpark every day and just the expectation to win. And I think that combination of all those things was just the perfect combination for me and a match made in heaven.
How much gel's in his hair there?
I don't know. Was it just wet? I don't know. You can't really tell.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell. $27 million AAV. The only lefty starters with higher numbers: Framber, Snell, Skubal, Crochet, and Fried. Are you surprised he got this kind of dough?
I don't think so. I think this is just where the market of pitching is. Coming off a really good year last year, and I think there's pressing for Philadelphia. If they want to keep this window open, they have to fortify the rotation. Wheeler's done after 2027. You just lost Ranger Suarez. You got Nola for 5 more years, but you don't know what I hate to say this about the guy. He's an absolute stud. You're kind of like wondering, what are we going to get out of him? And Luzardo, 28 years old. I think it makes a ton of sense to keep him around. I'd be curious to see if he got more on the open market. But I think this is a good deal. Like, I don't think this is some bad deal. They paid too much for the guy. Again, you want to try to keep this window open as long as possible. And if you don't have starting pitching, you can't do that. So I like it for him. I think the fit is good. Him, Christopher Sanchez, Zach Wheeler, Nola. I mean, they're still doing it. They got a couple of young guys waiting in the wings as well. So I like the deal. I said this on Talking Baseball. I don't think we've seen his best year yet. I don't. Like a fully healthy, like figure some things out, doesn't tip pitches like he did last year, like gets through the year, and I think we'll see his best numbers, whether it's this year or the following year. I just think his best days are still ahead of him.
Yeah, he had a couple of like real blow-up starts that inflated some of his numbers. And other than that, he was an excellent pitcher. He was top 6 last year in K rate and WAR by starting pitchers. To me, that if you do the math, that's a $135 million extension over 5 years. Essentially, they picked Jesus Luzardo over Ranger Suarez. And I think they said they liked his durability, which, was a bit of a question maybe a little earlier in his career. But in 2 of the last 3 years, he's made 30-plus starts in a season. Last year, he pitched very well against the Dodgers in the playoffs. So I think he's checked all of the boxes for Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies. And yes, the Phillies lineup is really the area where, in my opinion, they've kind of had the problem in the postseason. Too much chase. Big names have not come up big enough. I think that keeping Luzardo around will keep this window open. I think the starting pitching is going to help them get to the playoffs. Now, what happens once they get to the playoffs and you pull pitchers a little bit earlier and you need your bats to come through in clutch situations against high leverage relievers? That's what it's going to come down to for the Phillies. So I like this move. I think it's smart, and I think it's great for him. I mean, he was going to be going into an offseason where Skubal and Freddie Peralta might have been the only guys ahead of him, right?
Yeah.
In terms of free agent starting pitchers. But at the same time, with the uncertainty of where we're heading economically in this sport, fine. I get it from both sides. I think it's a good deal. Phillies fans, you can answer, but I would imagine that you're probably pretty happy.
I was going to make a joke about Brad Keller and
God,
his throwing issues. And
I mean,
if you're a Phillies fan, I'm not going to do it though.
You're going to go pick on the Orion Star?
I love Ryan Kirkring. I will stand behind him.
Yeah. Well, don't stand. If you stand in front of him, he's not going to hit you with the ball. Sorry.
I mean, I made a lot of throwing errors in my career. I am not going to get on these guys.
Is that the worst, by the way? Is that the worst feeling when you make a throwing error and you're like, oh, my God, everybody in the stadium's looking at me?
Every error sucks. I think, I don't know. They're all bad. I think forgetting the outs. I did that one time. That was the worst.
Did you ever airmail a throw where it went into the seats in the air, not on a hop?
To my knowledge, no. But I did lead the league in errors at one point. So.
You did?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. I think I did. Maybe not lead the league, but my position for sure.
There's been a lot of great players who have led the league in errors.
I know. And guess what? When I was really bad, I worked hard and got better.
Oh.
Let that be a lesson to all you people out there.
That's right. I like that. All right, time right now for Stock Risers, brought to you by SeatGeek, where we take a look at players and prospects who are ready to break out in 2026. We're going to use a little liberty on the discussion of this one. We'll take you back to Japan. Closing game of pool play there in the Tokyo Dome with the Czech Republic. And I'm going to throw on my CR hat for this story because I frickin' love it. Andres Satoria, the famous electrician, who, of course, became big time in 2023 with his strikeout of Shohei Ohtani in Japan. And when you saw that, you probably thought to yourself, my God, that country, they're going to hate him for striking out our hero. Well, not only did they not hate him, they embraced him and the Czech Republic. And what happened in their final game, we're showing right now him striking out Ohtani. But here he is. He went over to a couple of the Japanese players and said, I want a photo with you. This is after Japan took care of the Czech Republic, even though he pitched 4 2/3 of shutout ball against the defending WBC champions. As he's walking back to his dugout, he's getting a standing ovation in the Tokyo Dome and from the other team because he's a 29-year-old electrician who loves playing ball and throws 79 miles an hour and has just captivated a worldwide audience. Look at the smile on his face, dude.
Like we gotta do something for this guy. Like I want him to be. He needs to like earn something from this. Like it's such a great story. Like I don't know what we can do, but I want to like make sure this guy's like taken care of.
I know what you can do. Give him a great review on Yelp.
No, stop it, Chris.
What?
I'm being serious, dude.
He's an electrician. He's going to go back to his day job. That's what
I know. I
do.
feel like Major League Baseball or the World Baseball Classic
make
needs
him
to
an
at least like
ambassador?
send him on like some awesome vacation, dude. Because like this is such, first of all, great PR for like the sport
Incredible.
and for the WBC. Like it's and just because like he accomplished something that like I don't know, the best in the game can't do that against Team Japan. I don't know. I just want to like do something for this guy.
Dan, throw up the video again of him walking off the field, please. I can't get enough of that. It's so good. I mean,
hey, organizers of the WBC, throw this guy a bone, man. Like, send him on a trip somewhere. He's got to come to the States and like go to the World Series, or like I don't know, man. Send him to Fiji.
This is my favorite part when he just stands, puts his hands behind his back, and looks into the crowd. They get the tight shot of him just looking up and saying, "This is incredible." Go in, keep going in. There's a tight shot of him, Dan. Keep going. There's something. You just let it play out. Don't worry about it. Just let the video play. You don't have to be a Scorsese here.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, checks like.
Look at that. That's
so
it. That is the shot. And by the way, if they ever do a movie, I don't know if Zach Galifianakis can pitch, but that's who's playing him.
Yeah, he should be doing like all the like the late night shows. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just saying stuff right now, but
all right. We got a lot of stuff in, although I need to finish up strong. Use the code baseball 2026 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Okay? Go do that. Baseball 2026. Maybe you'll be sitting next to him, Satoria, at some game in the near future. I like this hat. You know why I like it?
Good hat.
Why do you think I like it?
Chris Rose, obviously.
Yeah, CR.
Yeah.
CR. I've got.
Do you know what surrounds the Czech Republic or Czechia?
Water.
No, it's landlocked.
It is landlocked. There's not one little bit of water.
No. Germany, Poland, Slovakia.
I've never been there. I can't find it on a map. I don't think I could.
It's between Germany and Poland.
Is it?
Let's get this guy to a warm weather spot right now. I'm sure Czechia is beautiful. Prague. People love Prague.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. That's one part of the world I just haven't. There's a lot of parts of the world I haven't been to. So
we should do me and you. Let's just ditch this whole baseball
today,
travel show. Me and you.
We'd have to bring our podcast equipment. We love our community too much.
Okay.
All right. Dan would have to stay. He's not allowed outside of Hoboken.
Yeah. No way. There's no way you have a passport.
There's no way. Hold on. Right, if you think that Dan has a passport, can we do a poll in our comments section, Dan? Does Dan Rourke have an active passport? Don't tell us now. You can tell us for the next show, and I want to see if we can put out a poll. Which way do you vote, Plouffe? Does he have a passport?
No, I say no.
He barely has a driver's license. Let's be honest.
They don't play Elvis anywhere else besides the U.S. I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, does Team USA advance? Yes or no?
I think so.
I think so too. So once again, if you're a Team USA fan, you want to see them advance, you can root for Team Italy, or you can root for Mexico to score a shitload of runs. That's how you're rooting.
How did we get here?
I don't know, but I can tell you this. My team that I have to cover, Team Canada, winning in.
Okay, so they're 2-1. If they win, they're in.
If they beat Cuba, they are the champion of Pool A. Amazing.
Who else was in the bracket?
It was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
Panama, Colombia, and Cuba.
Who did we say was going to move on? I think we said Canada, didn't we?
I don't think we made a prediction in Pool A. It's the weakest of all the brackets.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Because if Canada had some of their
we
people-
thought U.S. had a direct path
yeah,
to the
we sure
championship
did.
game, and they did not.
Nope. They might have a direct path to get your ass back to Florida and Arizona.
Yeah, we can't even say, hey, we'll see you in Cancun. No, get your ass back to spring training.
Ouch. All right, we're back at it. We'll see if Team USA is eliminated. We might have a special Thursday edition. If not, it's going to be a little later in the week, but we can't wait either way. For our one-of-a-kind producer who may or may not have a passport, Dan Rourke, the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe, who might be the manager of Team USA 2029, I am Chris Rose. We will see you again soon here on Baseball Today.